Hello, my name is Ector. Welcome back to the wonderful world of Ectoria. Where am I? Okay. Looks like we found a little mini cave system, maybe? Oh, is that? I think that is the our teleportation bit. Oh, look at this. Yeah, we're quite high up then, are we? We must be. Interesting. What level are we on? We're on Y60. Okay. How's everyone doing? I've just got very distracted all of a sudden. So I've been making this little area where we're going to be messing around today. And what we're going to be doing, you can see already from the thumbnail, is we're making a sugarcane farm, because that's one of the things I don't have really. I've got a couple in the world, but none that are very good and productive really. I haven't got like a proper one. So we're going to be doing one today. And hello, by the way, how's everyone doing? I hope you're all doing well. I think I forgot to mention that. So we are doing one, and it is based on an ilmango design that I'm slightly going to modify a little bit, just a little bit. And then what we're going to do, and where I am, is if we look, well, you can clearly see we're what? 53, Y53, so we're not that far off. But if we come this way, if we maybe put a thing there we go. And if we come this way, this is where our slime farm is. So our slime, our slime farm is here. I'm getting very distracted. Where we are is, you can see that is the teleporter. So you can see, there we go, and we are just around here. And that, where we just were, the new hole comes out just around here. And what we're going to do is we're going to be building, I think, a library here. So it's going to be, in the next few episodes, we're going to probably start building this. And it's going to be around here. So fairly close to our initial little house. I wanted it to be, you know, in this sort of area, and I was thinking about putting it further that way, but I think this bit here is the place for it. So we're going to be building the farm under here, and then like our bazaar and things like the windmill, we're going to have like a water stream, a bubble column, bringing it up all the sugarcane, and then, yeah. And the reason it's a library will obviously, I'm sure some of you can already figure out, but obviously the library is where, you know, sugarcane gets made into paper and then paper into books. That's what, that was my idea for it. So let's start making the actual farm. Right then, we are here, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. So something like that, and then we should have the same on both sides. There we go. So the difference between mine and ilmango's version, he makes it like really quite large, and I'll link the description, obviously. I'll link the description. I'll link the link in the description so you can see his video for all the explanations and the things he does to make his farm. But I'm going to make mine using rails. So under here, we're going to have like a little rail system to pick up the blocks. Now, can I, if we do that, there we go, because my pickaxe is too strong. And what I'm going to do, most likely, I don't know, I'm probably going to make this bigger, but for now, just for this episode, we're going to make it like not too large, but just large enough so that you can basically get a little bit of an insight into how it works and how to make it, basically. Oh, hey, that is exciting. That is exciting. There we go. There we go. Do that, and then we never have to think about that again, except when we do that, of course. Let's do that. There we go. Right, so we'll have a rail going all the way around there. And the way that we're going to collect and break these is with sticky pistons and slime blocks. And the way this works is quite exciting indeed. So if we put this up, so this, I want it to be up, I think too high. I think that's what we'll do, like that, like that, like that, like that. So you come out, and then we have a U here like that, and then a U here like that, basically. like that, and then we'll have, and this is now where we need to, you know, make a little bit more space. I figured we probably would have to have the roof out here. That's all fine, so pretty much like that, but it needs to be one block more. There we go. Nice and simple. And the great thing about this design is that it's quite compact, and you can make it as long as you want, and then you can have even like another row basically with which to do this. This is the nicety, and basically what happens is that we have one. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then we need ourselves a redstone block. Because, like I said, I will be elongating this. Where's my crafting table? There we go. Let's get a redstone block like that. Put that at the end, like that, and then we'll have another one there like that. So, what this just means is that then at the end here, we put another 2 sticky pistons to elongate the entire thing. That's how that would work. So, the other thing that I do differently is that obviously the sugarcane will be growing here. That is, I hope, obvious. We'll have water in the middle, down here. And then, at all the other points, like, actually I've got some, nope, in this one. Yeah, there we go. At all the other points here, what we're going to do is have leaves. So, like this. Like this. And the weird thing that happens is because the sugarcane has nowhere to go, it ends up on the slime block. Man, I couldn't think of the word then. Ends up on the slime block, and then it gets pushed in the opposite direction. So it tries to push it this way. It's got nowhere to go, and then it ends up when the slime block retracts this way, it ends up on this one. So these end up on that one, and these will end up on that one. It's weird, but I've been testing it in the world, and it does seem to work, that's all we need. All we need. And then we'll put a line of leaves under here as well. So leaves aren't affected by slime blocks. That is all nice. And this basically what happens is that the piston will push this line over to one side, and then it will push it back this way. So both sides get a chance. And this is what I mean. You can extend it quite a long way, as long as you can make the redstone work, and then turn it around and bring it back this way. And we're just going to have a railway that just picks up everything. Oh, wow, got some lag there. And that picks up everything like there. Basically, that is the hope and dream. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more work on this and just get this little unit working. Basically, that's all I want so far for this bit to work. So have we got the chest? Yes, there we go. Need 2 of those, and then I need myself a hopper. There we go, and one of these. Thank you very much. So I've pretty much built it. It actually did. I did it rather fast. I probably should. Oh, and I've dropped. Oh no. Oh no, I'm nowhere. There we go. There we go. I probably should put another leaf block here. There we go. And I'm guessing, have I done one? Yeah, there we go. On the other side as well. And not just here, but there. There we go. There we go. So I've got rail all the way under here. As you can see, that just goes underneath the dirt blocks. So that's very important. Then we've got leaves basically on top. So a row on top, and then a row of 2 just next to the sugar cane, and then we've got one in the middle as well. Just, you can sort of see it just above the water. Above the water, we have that there as well. So this is sort of the moment of, well, I suppose. Now, which way does it need to go? Hang on, let me just put it here. Let me just put it there, and that should go off, and it should do a tour, and then it should come back here. And yeah, there you go. And if there's anything in that, at any point, basically what should happen is it should fill up the chest. That is, we made that 2 episodes ago with the ink farm. So this should basically work. Now, the only thing we have to do now is do a timer. So I'm just going to replace this. I'm just going to test this out and see if this should work. So first of all, that piston should fire and push the row of slime blocks that away. Okay, so into that bit of sugarcane, and we should get a little bit of sugarcane, and then the timer should work here. Well, the delay should kick in and then push it back that way, and then it should end back where it is. There we go, and we should now, yeah, there you go, 10 so far, and I think it's picked up some on this side now as well. Yep, there we go, 12. So that is totally working. Amazing, amazing. I can't believe it worked. And this should be lossless. This is the great thing. This is sort of what I wanted. It should be lossless, so it's not huge, but it is lossless. But I do want to make it bigger. That was my intention. So my intention was to make like another few of these components, so it goes that way, maybe like another 2 sections of that, and then bring it back round and come back here, and then, you know, it doesn't have to join up. It has to join up on that side, but it comes back here, and then that is that, basically. That's what I was thinking. So it would be maybe 6 modules all together, but I sort of just wanted to get a smaller version hooked up and working. But this does seem to be working so far, which is pretty grand. Now, what we're going to do for this, instead of this here, what I wanted is, I wanted a timer. I wanted like a clock, but I don't really want, so the reason I went with this one, rather than having like an observer for each bit of sugarcane, or, you know, an observer for when that, well, we could still do that. Like you could hook up a bit of, well, maybe we'd do that. I don't know. I'm thinking now. I was going to do one based on a daylight sensor. So what I was thinking about doing instead was having like a daylight sensor somewhere, you know, where the light could see, and then having it so that it would pulse once at night and then once during the day. So it would do it 2 times a day. All of this would set off. And that's because I don't want pistons firing all the time, because it creates a lot of lag, and it is in my spawn area. And I've already got a lot of, you know, pistons with the melon and pumpkin farms and all of that stuff. So I didn't want it to be too much. I don't need that much paper, and I wanted to make this farm big enough so that, you know, it would be fine as it was. But now I'm thinking, actually, do we hook up an observer to, like, you know, like this sugarcane here? So we put an observer block here and then take the signal from that. And this, by the way, is, I think it's called a pulse extender, I believe. And it just means that it lengthens the pulse. So it sort of simulates a button press, basically, I believe. I think that's how that works, if I understand it. But now I'm thinking, yeah, should we put then just in like an observer block there? I do have one. I have a few. There we go. My redstone box is doing quite nicely, actually, nowadays. What happens? Nope, that's obviously not what we wanted. Let's that way. So yeah, so this is where we get the signal from, isn't it? Yes. So we could do it so that it just goes off this one button. Now, does a slime block affect an observer? That is the actual issue here. Because if it does, then we kind of can't do that. I'm sort of thinking it probably doesn't. We can very quickly, we can test this. So, if I get, there we go, you, and then of course I've got none of this. There we go. One of you. Phew. There we go. So you, and then And where shall we put you? We'll put you on here like that. So now, do we... No, that won't work there apparently. And I can't put this straight on the thing, can I? No, so we'll have to do that. There we go. Right. Ah. It totally picks up the observer. So that would be an issue. That would be an issue because actually with the daylight sensor, what it would happen, I'd have to do probably more pistons, which would be nice to avoid. It would be a very nice thing to avoid. So now I'm thinking maybe we do try and have an observer, but I don't know if it can with this here. So I might have to have a quick think about this. So I've come up with what I think is a solution. And that is basically, if we take that off there, it does actually give a signal when it grows to the second level, like the second sugarcane. It does actually give out a signal. So we should be able to get this to work like such. If we get a repeater, 2 ticks and then 2 ticks and then bam and bam, that should actually do it. So if we get this off again and then put that back there, this should actually work. Oh, there you go. It actually worked. There we go. It does it, and weirdly, I think because the game basically tries to grow that at a certain point, and it actually sets off an update. So it doesn't just do it when it grows, it does it a couple of times as the game basically tries to grow the sugarcane bit. There you go, you saw it again. There we go, and that should, yeah, that looks like it is working, and we are getting a little bit of sugarcane. So it shouldn't happen too often. Oh, well, maybe it is, though. This is weirdly happening quite a lot. In my testing, it didn't seem to happen that often. So that might not be what we want. I don't know. Because if I make this a lot bigger, obviously, I don't want all of this every now and again to be updating everything. The one good thing is, because all of this isn't redstone like this, it's a lot better. I know that much, but obviously we have redstone here as well. So we still have a fair amount of redstone. We are not redstoneless, and this is why, because this is in my spawn area, I don't want it to be, you know, super huge. I don't want it to be super... so it looks like it's calmed down a bit now. How much? We've got 22 sugarcane. Okay, so what I might do is leave it for, I don't know, 10 minutes and see if we get any more sugarcane or anything else happens, basically. I'm going to leave it and see what happens. So this is totally working. This is totally working. Look at that. We've got 29 now. I didn't actually even leave it 10 minutes. It does probably go off maybe once or twice too much in like a couple of minutes. But it's a very, very simple bit of redstone, really. It's simple enough for me to have figured it out. So it is a fairly simple little, you know, thing. And this, like I said, this is a pulse extender, and this is for this bit here. So just to mimic the button press. And then that is the delay needed for the second row. So, like I said, I will link ilmango's video, because he explains very much how to elongate this. So here and here we could have more pistons and then another row of 10 and then another redstone block, and then elongate it even further. And he also explains how you can then loop it round. There you go. Can we see? Oh, I don't think anything got picked up then. No. And he then explains how you can loop it round and bring it back, and how that redstone works as well. It's a very clever design, and weirdly I've not really seen it in the community that much. And I know the big thing is like a flying machine to cut everything off, but I think that's a lot of block updates to have in my spawn area. So I think something like this is a lot better, like a huge amount better. So I think this one will work very nicely for us. So I think that's all we're going to have time for. Like I said, next few episodes, we might elongate this and make it a little bit bigger. I just wanted to test it out. And I will probably AFK here a little bit and just see what if it works well enough. I think it does. I think it does. I'm quite happy with it so far. And then we will get to start building the library, which I'm very excited about. Now we've got all the coloured stuff, all the new colour blocks that we can possibly want. We're going to start building a little bit again, which I'm looking forward to. It's been a while since we've done a few builds, but it's time. It is time. So thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, like or comment is very much appreciated, as is hitting that subscribe button if you fancy. Thank you so much. I've been Ector. This has been the wonderful world of Ectoria, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.